The Joe Rogan Experience.
A fucking mirror, man. Like with long form podcasts, you find out who the fuck everybody is.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
Like Bernie Sanders. Like I had Bernie Sanders on.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that like the fucking comments were insanely positive. They're like, I thought that guy was crazy. Like I thought he was a nut. I would see him in these little interviews. I'm like, he just wants to give away everybody's money. Like there's a picture with Bernie with my dog, and one of the fucking hilarious comments like, he just wants to give your dog treats to other dogs. It's like that's the caricature. I mean, everyone has a caricature, right? The caricature of that guy is he just wants to take money from successful people and give it to lazy people. That's the worst view of Bernie Sanders, you know. And you get to see, instead of like this narrative that gets established through these little short sound bites on these panel talk shows, there's three people talking over each other, or debates, or whatever it is. All those are ineffective. And what's interesting about it is all those are fueling podcasts. All those things that have for so long been thought of as mainstream venues for getting your ideas out. Now they highlight all the problems with those, and they highlight all the strengths of podcasts.
That's encouraging.
Yeah, it's very encouraging. And
are you a Bernie Sanders man?
He's a nice guy. You know, I like some of his ideas. I do not have a problem with giving up more of my money as a person who's made a lot of money if I know that it's going to benefit the greater good of mankind in a real way.
You just don't want to see it squandered.
I don't want to see it squandered. I don't like bureaucracy. I don't like red tape. I don't like government. I don't like people that are so lazy that they just want to take everybody's money and then do what they will with it and take long lunch breaks. And this is the problem with like a lot of what we think of in terms of like government. Government is filled, it's bloated. It's filled with assholes. It's filled with people that just got government jobs and they're not good at it. You know, no one else wants that job, so they take that job and they do a shitty job with it and they squander resources. That's what drives people crazy, and especially hardworking people that know how hard it is to make a living. You have to give, you know, if you're a fucking logger, you're going to give away a certain percentage of your money and you're tired all day, you get splinters in your hands and you're exhausted. And some asshole is going to take away your money and, you know, allocate a certain amount of it to nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, gender research and all sorts of stupid shit that you think is just fruitless. And it's infuriating for people, for hardworking people with dirt under their fingernails. They don't want to think about anybody squandering their money.
Yeah. I'm instinctively, fiscally very conservative.
Yeah.
Not very, fiscally conservative. People might look at where I'm at and think that I'm socially liberal, but in social issues, I'm somewhat libertarian, you know? But I feel that I need the right to come my direction quite a long ways on conservation issues. But that's instinctively where I belong.
Yeah.
But the right, but I need them to move back when I say back my direction, because historically, well, I don't know, the right and left's is confusing, but I need them to come my way on conservation.
Well, I like the way you've described yourself in the past, that you're politically sort of alone, that you're kind of without a party, because the left wants to take your guns away and the right wants to take your land away.
Yeah.
And this is what we see fiscally, that what the most disturbing aspects of right-wing administrations is they want to sell off public land. They want to figure out a way, just a little bit. We're just take a little bit. We're going to use it for mining. Just take a little bit. Well, we might lose this salmon river, but who the fuck is paying attention to that? Come on. We need land.
I'm watching.
Yes, me too. And that's Ryan Callahan talked about that with, what is it called? Pebble Beach? Is that what it, no, Pebble Mine. Pebble Mine, yeah. That, gigantic salmon fisheries, the biggest, most important.
It's deeply, I don't want to get in too hard, but
yeah, you can get into the weeds with this stuff. But yeah, it's like there's no perfect party, and there's no perfect politician, there's no perfect ideology.
Which pisses people off when you point that out.
Yeah.
Dude, we've gotten hit hard for that kind of stuff, for pointing out that it's just not, we as a company, like at Meteor, we've been like hit hard for pointing out that it's unfortunate that someone's not speaking wholly for our concerns.
Yes. Well, what's interesting about you guys is people think that you're some sort of a green Trojan horse, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
We don't really like
argument. You don't like guns.
Oh, dude, we don't really like to hunt. I love it.
But it's so preposterous.
Dude,
It just shows you how
I work with
crazy.
the hardest. Yeah, I work with the hardest hitting. I work with the hardest hitting hunters
Earth.
and fishermen that there are.
Ever that have ever lived.
You don't really like hunting.
It's hilarious. No,
Yeah.
it's like it
some
shows you.
some like beltway lobbyists. You don't really like hunting. Oh, is that right?
It just shows you how silly people are.
It's like let's line them up.
Yeah, come on, bring your side over here. Let me see what you're doing. Yeah, it shows you how ridiculous people can be in their desire to like put people into a very small, easily dismissed category.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like this is what people love to do. You know.
Yeah, that's what you do that drives people crazy. Is you defy. You're so hard to bucket. I love it. I don't sit around at night thinking about you, but I love it.
Well, I don't think about you either if it makes you feel comfortable. But I think we need more people like that.